the community manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the core gameplay of Zoeti, our poker-based roguelike by Dusklight Games. In Zoeti, you've got all the ingredients that make a core roguelike experience. You play as one of a few different characters with their own unique play styles, as, you fight your way through a number of battles before facing off against a boss. And every time you win a fight, you get a reward. You get more powerful before you face tougher challenges. All of the stuff that makes for a good roguelike experience. When we get into skills and abilities that you're using to win those battles, though, that's when things get a little spicy. In Zoeti, you have a limited number of skill slots, and each one is tied to a particular hand of poker. The rarer the hand, the more powerful the skill. Two pair is going to be weaker than, a straight flush. So, in practice, this is how it works. At the beginning of the fight, you draw a bunch of cards. These are playing cards, and depending on the kinds of poker hands you can create, you can activate those skills. If you have 3 of a kind in hand, you can activate the skill tied to 3 of a kind. So here, I'm going to activate Boundless Battle Spirit, which buffs my damage a bunch. And then I'm going to activate it again, and then I'm going to hit a bunch of times with individual strikes. When you win a battle in Zoeti, you don't add more or different cards to your deck. That's always going to stay the same. Instead, you can add new skills, or level up your existing skills, or acquire different skills for slots that you already have filled. Changing out these skills allows you to really customize your build, and you're always going to want, a certain balance of offense and defense, which begs the question, do you want a powerful defensive option, something tied to a straight or a full house, or, do you want something that's a little bit weaker but more readily available, like a single pair of cards that, you're going to find that in basically every hand that you draw. And all of this is affected by the underlying statistics and modifiers of the game. So for instance, hand size or the number of cards you draw per turn are statistics that you can invest in. You keep all of the cards that you don't play on a turn, which means you can have 11, 12, 13 cards in hand, which gives you much better access to some of your deeper, more powerful skills, like something tied to a full house or a straight. You can also increase the amount that you draw per turn, allowing you to just kind of dump your hand every single turn for maximum tempo. And those are just 2 examples. There's plenty of cool, complex modifiers that, you can pick up to enable really interesting builds for the game. Anyway, I think that's about as complicated as I'm willing to get for this video. For now, if you want to learn more about Zoeti, I'd recommend wishlisting us on Steam, since I'm going to be really showing off some of the deeper, more complex mechanics in the not-too-distant future. And, that's probably the best way to keep on top of things. I hope you have a really good time checking out the awesome titles at the Guerrilla Collective, and, otherwise, I wish you the best of luck in your travels. Cheers.